Okay, looks like I'm live. Good. Hello everyone, or no one. Welcome back to the stream. Today I did not feel like doing anything that requires much effort, so I'm going to be making trees, like this one. I was up until like 2:30 in the morning, editing, well, finishing up that video that I put out today of the little Valheim extra thing. Please watch it. I suffered a great deal to make it. And then I left that rendering until, I don't know, it went for about an hour and a half, but I went to sleep probably at around 3 in the morning, then woke up at 7 in the morning, uploaded the video, and made the thumbnail and all that. Then I think went back to sleep for maybe half an hour at best, and then woke up at 8:30 because I had to get ready for work. So I'm working off of like 4 hours of sleep maybe, and yeah, I really was not feeling up to doing anything too intensive. So instead I'm going to be making trees. Because I kind of figured out the formula for it. I have made a tree before, but it didn't turn out too good. But now I think I figured it out a bit better, so I'm going to be making a bunch of things like this. Also, you're going to notice that it's normal mapped. I've been kind of getting into that lately, so give me a point light, put that up to, that's good enough. So yeah, as you can see that the light actually does like wrap around it according to the textures, which is pretty cool. Sort of like exactly the way Valheim does it. I don't know why it's being kind of white. It can be a little weird at times. I think that's just because of the low polyness of it. But, functional enough for my purposes. It's always better when the light's further away, obviously. Like, yeah. So yeah, I've got a project that I'm trying to work on. So, and it requires trees. So I'm going to be making trees. That's really all there is to it. As I said, I'm very tired and can't be bothered to come up with anything more comprehensible than that. So, let's make a new tree. God, it's so bright in here. It's like, it's not going to be better later because I'm going to be moving to a new place next, I think around the middle of, maybe the end of next month. I'm not really sure. Around that time. And the sun is going to be exactly as inconvenient there as it is now. So, if not worse, like my room is going to be exactly facing the sun at the time that I would be in here working. So that's not great, but whatever. Got to deal with it. Can't let that be a problem forever, I guess, right? And I just need to get some music going. Don't expect me to be talking too much. I'm just gonna add a little thing here. Nah, I don't care. I'll talk, and I won't. Well, I'll just I don't know. Like I said, I'm really tired and I just want to... I want to get some of this done because... Just let me get some music going for myself. Okay. Yeah, I have a project that I've been wanting to make and have been trying to start. Um, the problem is one of the things it needs is a character that I've been making, and it's not going well. Like, somehow, I can't really comprehend why this is happening, but I've basically, like, completely forgotten how proportions work entirely. Like, I just cannot get his limbs looking right, the body looks weird with the head, the shoulder, like, I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna get into it too much because I don't want to spoil it, but it it really is just an annoying problem of, like I said, I need this character to make the project, but I just cannot figure out why I can't get it looking right. So, gonna focus on trees for the time being. The thing I do like about making trees is you don't have to make it look good. Like, you can just kind of go wild with it and just do crap, and then it'll look good in the texturing. And if it doesn't, well, you're kind of fucked. I don't know why I did that. That was a terrible way of doing this. I don't know if this stream is going to be entirely me making trees. I mean, I think it's going to be me making foliage, because I'm probably going to need to make some shrubs and grass and stuff too. That's a bit better. Can I? There we go. That's better. Now I can actually see. It's bad enough with how bright it is outside. I shouldn't be making it brighter for myself in here as well. Looks a bit big. Like, I want it to be roughly the same size as the other tree so that I can get a very consistent, like, forest. That's pretty good, I guess. Ooh, Jesus, how'd that happen? Okay. Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream. Um, Probably for animation. I've been wanting to get into game development, but I haven't really had the motivation, I guess, to get too far with that, I guess. I don't know. It's probably one of those things like if I was to get into game development, you'd see a lot of reused assets from my animations in it because I can't be bothered to make more, even though that's exactly what I'm doing now. Um, for a while, I was using the Unreal Engine 4 just to kind of screw around and figure out how it works. But at the moment, I'm kind of... If I was to get into game design again, I'd probably try out Godot. Just because I'm... It's got a few features that I find interesting in it. Like, my favorite one is there is a specific setup for making procedurally generated dungeons by the looks of it, which is something that I would probably be interested in if I was to make a game. So I'm... And it's free and open source, so... And there's a fair bit of tutorials for it, so I think it would be a good thing to kind of learn how to do stuff in. But as for oops. As for animations, I'm just do everything in Blender. Okay. Hmm. Can I... Oh, cool, that does work. That's convenient. It's not quite what I was expecting. That... Hang on. Uh, does that show up? Okay, yeah, it does. You can just, right... Yes, right-click on it and switch to smooth. There's probably other ways of doing that, but that's the only way that I've ever really learned how. Alright, well, at least it's getting somewhere. Gonna need a lot more branches. Okay, that's... Can I twist this? Definitely need to have stuff coming out on this side. It's a bit flat. Hmm. I'm thinking I shouldn't have copied the particle system from this other tree. Because now... Because now this one seems good, but now this one's looking a bit sparse because I think I've got more branch. But it also doesn't... Hmm. Can't decide if I... Okay, I need a branch sticking out there, I think. So that's probably about here. That's not bad. Let's try to get this at least close. That looks close. Very good. That part there, I don't like. That's a bit... Is this the same particle exactly? Hang on. Yes, it is. Okay, that's inconvenient. What if I duplicate it and get rid of that, and then this is a new one? Shit. Okay, that's not going to work. Oh, wait a minute. That's easy. Okay, so now it's a new one. Okay, good. Uh, too much now. That looks good. I need a different pattern. These two trees look almost identical. How many trees is too few, I guess? Like, if you had a game or animation where you're obviously reusing assets, how many of the same type of tree should there be? You know, so you don't notice that the trees keep repeating. I would assume 5 at the minimum. Hang on, I'm just gonna check something. Oh, right. Hmm. Yeah, 3... 3 probably would be... I'll make 3 and then I'll maybe just shuffle a few around and see if it looks sufficient. Because yes, 3 to 5, I don't think you would need any more than 5. That's probably getting excessive. That is true. You're right, yeah, like if it's an animation, you're not going to see more than what I'd want seen in a curated view rather than free look. So yeah, 3 might be better. But I'm going to need a variety of trees, though, like different... I guess different species of tree? Just to really make the forest look more filled out, I guess. Oh, what the hell? Did I have... Huh. Eh, that's probably good. There. I don't know why it didn't occur to me to just use the exact same tree model with a different texture. That's very obvious in retrospect, but I completely forgot that I could just do that. Because I did already make a different... Hang on. Let me just Because I do have... Wait. No, never mind. I forgot. I don't actually have a texture for that. I just a normal map. So yeah, I did make a different like an exact copy of these, uh, where is it? Of this branch, but without the leaves, so that I could have dead trees if I wanted to. Yeah, that would be a way simpler way of then making like 10 different tree models. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll probably make one more tree and then maybe do some texturing. See what other things I can come up with. Or make shrubs. Because I do need small forest foliage, I guess. It's called a sprite. ASEPRIT, I think. And I've actually got it open. Let me just get up a texture. There. It's pretty good software for using, for pixel art. Made specifically for it, of course. That must have been on the normal map that I had that. Okay. Yeah, it's... I can't remember how much it is on Steam. I think it goes on sale somewhat regularly. Oh, cool. What kind of games do you, are you working on, or your kind of preferred style? Yeah, I can imagine. There... Hmm. Yeah, I've never really thought of making a first-person shooter, so I'm not really sure what the first thing about it would be other than, other than the generic make assets for everything. But in terms of actual gameplay and having to model the arms and handheld weapons, I have no idea how you would do that. Usually, when I'm thinking of games that I would want to make, it's generally third person. So I don't really think about things from that aspect too much. Shit. Yeah, I kind of know what you mean about that. I mean, I won't deny first person is obviously way more immersive in terms of gameplay, I guess. And I think it depends on the game. Like I haven't really played many like military shooters, that kind of genre. If it's first person shooter, probably my favorite is Ultra Kill. That one is awesome. Oh shit, not that. It's I'm not really sure. I've played a very small amount of Gary's mod on occasion, but I haven't actually played um Half-Life 2. Oh, damn it, I need to stop doing that. Other than... Alright, hang on. Just let me check something. Hmm. Only $13, that's not terrible. Yeah, I've kind of... What are some of the other games like that? Like, I think in terms of those kind of classic, like, first-person shooters, I think Halo is the only one I've played. Like, I've never got into, never really played anything in the way of Call of Duty. Um, Played Portal, but that's the only, Valve game I think I've played. And Portal 2, of course. Yeah, I kind of missed Half-Life for some reason. What is going on there? Oh, God. There we go. That's probably good. Yeah, I think it's about a 10-20 second delay or something. I've I think the only way I can fix that is to where is it? Turn down the latency, but that kind of decreases quality of uh the video. So I don't I think I'd rather have high quality or higher quality footage than... Oh, weird that. Oh, right, no, it's actually I was looking at OBS here, so it's like, yeah, it comes in at the exact time that it's sent on YouTube, but then it has to go back through the system into YouTube and then Yeah, I think there's about a 10-second delay on everything I do and what actually comes through on the stream. This tree is a bit skinny. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a split here. These trees are kind of starting to look the same, so I need to do something a bit different with this one. Let's kind of have it a forking one. Yeah, I can imagine. I know that's well, one of the problems I found anytime I do or have some kind of ambitious project in mind, it's like, oh, let's try making a game, except I need to make all of the character models and all the environmental models, and then texture all of those, and then animate all of them, and then put them in the game, and then code the game. It's like, oh god, it's so many things to do, isn't it? That's usually where I just kind of get completely distracted and end up on some other project. It's like, all right, I just need something. Yeah, I'm imagining it's everyone probably has the same problem, which is like, it's not that I don't want to work on this project, and I could probably do it very efficiently, but it takes so long just to start that you kind of lose motivation before you can even really start the thing itself. It's very maddening. Okay, I think I've got enough tree here that I need to uh, try adding the leaves. Yeah, I think it's C++ that I used. I took a really, well, kind of crappy game design course in college, and I think it was or not college, high school, and it was using C++, and I never grasped it. Just make some change to something completely unrelated to what you're doing, and it just breaks everything that has nothing to do with it, and there's no telling why. Yeah, I know nothing about coding. I did a web design course and a game design course, and I've retained literally nothing from either, except that I had no idea what I was doing that entire time. This is a very little. I tried that. It was obviously a lot better than learning how to code, but the problem I found with that is all of the nodes that you like. It was basically no different than how this all plugs together, but the difference is I didn't really know any of the hang on. Got my music turned up a little loud. There. I think the problem I had with it was all of the terms that it used or how the nodes were labeled were coding terms that of course I would have known what they meant if I had taken coding or learned coding better, but since I didn't, I was like, I don't, whenever I look up tutorials online, it's like, I don't understand why plugging these things in that order did what they did. I don't know how to modify your pattern to work with my project, and I can't comprehend any of this unless I learn a whole bunch of coding terms, I would imagine. Hopefully that would make things easier. If not, then God help me. There's just no... Oh, shit. That's not right. No fixing that problem for me, then. And I need to look up a picture of it. I feel like if that was something that I had known back when I was screwing around with it, just that tiny little detail that I feel like I would have made a bit more progress than I did. Yeah, I went into it with literally no clue whatsoever as to what I was doing. This is a weird looking tree. I'm not sure if I like it. Let's try bringing things a bit closer. Needs to go into the middle more. Hmm. I think also the problem I was having at the time was I hadn't really gotten into Blender yet, so I didn't really. It was sort of the problem of like, even if I do figure out how this works and start to make a game, I've got no assets and I don't even know what kind of game I would be wanting to make with it, so it kind of just stalled, and then I think that's around when I got into Blender, and then I kind of forgot about the Unreal Engine. Actually, that was before I even had a YouTube channel, so I think that's what then took over my priority. Okay, is that better? That is actually better. Definitely needs more attention to the weight paints. This is a little too sparse. I need another one shooting out the top, I think. Wait a minute. Oh, that's probably why. Hell. How did I even... How did I even do that? Alright, I'm just, bookmarked that. Yeah, I haven't found... Okay. Yeah, like usually what I do for tutorials is I just try to... Actually, I think that the problem I have with them is that I'm always looking up specific things in tutorials and how to do that rather than, it's like, how do I do this very specific, probably fairly advanced thing that I want to try out rather than actually learning the basics first. So I kind of just jump to the hardest thing rather than work my way up there, so that's probably why I have the problem. That's better, I think. Probably. Let's get the bark looking proper. That, hang on. I don't like that. That's way too sharp of a transition. There. Okay. I still think I need one here. That's just a bit of a strange gap. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I almost think it's got too many leaves. Maybe not. you know what? It actually fits in pretty well, I think. Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure if what I would do for if I did get into game design. Like the type of game I want to make basically changes every week or every day almost, so it's hard to say where I would even start. Um, yeah, I feel like I should get back into the Unreal Engine at some point. Hmm. That's true. And I was already aware of that. The problem is just I'm very stubborn about that and want to use my own or make my own assets and kind of make it feel more like my own rather than borrowing someone else's work. Even though if I just if I did actually do that, I would probably have gotten somewhere with literally anything. But like I said, it's a bit of a problem. That's not looking bad. Yeah, actually, you're right. Just blocking things out, just so you can see how the system interacts with things. That would be a way better use than actually, end product type thing. Did I turn off? Oh, I did. Hmm. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with how these are looking. And 3 does seem to be good. Like, I can't... If I ignore the roots, I can't exactly tell which one is which, just by looking at this. So yeah, 3... I think 3 was the right amount. Okay, now... Now I think I need to make some, like, smaller foliage. Yeah, I think what I'm probably going to be doing is just kind of keeping them all in this file here, and then I can, append them, and that just, like, copies, you can choose which asset from the blend file to copy over to um, another project. So, I don't have to remake it in every single one, but I can just kind of call it over whenever I need one. Seems like a more maybe it's I don't know if that's more space efficient in terms of like computer storage or making an entirely separate blend file. Yeah, like I think if I was to do like an actual asset library for like a game, uh you export it as one of these. I think FBX is a good one for games. I can't remember. But yeah, I think generally, well, I say generally, this is the only way I've done it, but I do everything in Blender, so I don't really have a real purpose to export things to other programs, but at some point I'm sure I will need to. I've considered a few times I've considered if I should make like a well, not make, try to figure out how to render things in other engines. Like, how do I animate a whole project in Blender and then render it in Unreal Engine? I've never been sure on how that whole thing works. It's probably a useful thing to learn. So I'm not exactly sure how I would make a bush other than just make a smaller tree. Yeah, I only just figured out the whole different rigs for mod or animating and game, like the actual game rig thing recently, so I have no idea how all that works. As usual, it is a thing I should probably figure out, but you know, just end up busy with other things. Hang on. Why is that so massive? I thought I was just making a bush. Where'd the, oh, right. There. Okay, yeah, I'm maybe the video I saw was really overcomplicating things, but it was, showing make like basically make two rigs on top of each other, one that you use for animation and one that's actually the in-game rig of what like all the IK stuff moves the rig, but it's a separate rig from what's actually in the game. I don't know how to explain it. It was very I remember thinking the whole time, it's like there's no way this is right. This seems excessively overcomplicated. Maybe it wasn't though. Maybe I'm just wrong. I couldn't tell you. Okay, yeah. It was an excessively overcomplicated thing then. All right, let's see if this is enough. that. No, that's not right. There. I have no idea what I just did there. Okay. Let's try 50. Okay, that's a guess that technically works for Bush. I don't like how that's going through the ground, but I guess you wouldn't see it if I have, like, 10 of these things all over the place. Yeah, it probably works. At least for now. Oops. I think I'm going to take a break from the modeling and try some different tree textures. Uh, Alright, let's try that. It's kind of difficult finding um, tree bark that doesn't just all look the same. Trying to... Where do I put my microphone? That'll work, I guess. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to use kind of basic colors to start with. Hmm. Okay. Let's try... No. I already don't like it. Okay, that might work. Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look too awful. Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for dropping by, either way. I'm glad you came around. See ya. Okay. None. I can never remember if this shows up on stream, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. Is there a way to center this? Okay, it is noticeably different. And I probably will want to have a different color when I actually finish it here. Let's do that now. So I think this one feels like it should be more gray. Can that contrast is too high now? Something like that. Let's try. Let's replace that red with that for now, and then this. Oops. I don't like it at all. It's the colors don't feel right. The contrast is too high, and you can see these lines like going down it, so it's a bit too repetitive. I don't know how he got this texture looking so good. It was entirely accidental. I'm like looking up tutorials on how to draw tree bark and seeing if anything is like, anything you can easily translate to pixel art. Also gotta find more music. Maybe I'll try a birch tree. I mean, that doesn't seem so hard in terms of texturing. It's just horizontal lines, pretty much. Of course, the problem with something like this is it's really hard not to make it really stand out when it's repeating. Try something like... Man, that looks like shit, doesn't it? How? What? Where's my cursor? Why are you not drawing? Oh, right. God damn it, this looks like trash. Not even worth... No, no. And I realize it would be easier if I used a bigger texture size, but this is the texture size that I've been using for everything, so I want to maintain that. Now, let's try... maybe it wasn't that bad, and I just need colors of a lower contrast to each other. Something like this. Obviously, I'm going to be using a different color in the end product, but it's kind of easier just to block it in with... Okay, I'm liking that better. So if I, say, replace this with something closer to white for the birch, it probably would be more in the blue scale, wouldn't it? Something like that. Oh, right, because that's wrong. There we go. Okay. I still hate it. I don't know how to fix this. Let's at least make this something closer to the other shades. Like that. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Just gonna do that again because I still can't remember how it does that. Okay. So the kind of obvious problem I'm going to have off the bat is that I haven't made a normal map yet. Let's just see. Oh! Why is it like that? It's not terrible, though. I don't like how it's mirrored. I don't know why it is. It, I, it really shouldn't be. Is there a way I can make all of these face the same direction? Let's try Pack Islands. And then just scale it up, see if that well, no, some of them are upside down now. There's gotta be a way, right? Align auto? That's not quite right. Why would I want that? Like, how is that useful to me? But more importantly, that it has a... Okay, like that texture isn't good, but it's a decent start of, but oh god, but I don't want it to be a decent start. I want it to be good now because then otherwise I'm normal mapping something that doesn't look good. Man, can I just add this, see what happens? Ugh. Okay, but okay, this is bugging me. I need to figure out how to fix that. What was smart? Okay, that doesn't do anything. No, I see them converging towards each other. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. There's got to be a way to do that, right? Is that what? Don't think that's what they mean. So 3D viewport that. Uh, there is no. I'll have to find that later. Like, it's not terrible from certain angles. You don't see it, and the way I'd probably be rendering it. You're not really gonna notice? No, you're gonna notice. It's pretty obvious. Shit, why is it like that? Why can't you all just be facing the same direction? I'll worry about it later, but what matters is that that doesn't look too terrible. I'm not sure I really like the color, though. I don't know. I'm gonna go back to normal bark. Oh god, now I'm seeing... I wish I hadn't spotted that, because now it's hideous. Hmm. Cylinder project, I think really, yeah, it's really fucky. Project from view is not ideal. What happens if I do that? Oh my god, that is awful. I'll just have to deal with it as much as I hate it. Oh my god. I haven't even been going for 2 hours yet. Oh god, help me. I mean, I'm happy with the trees. The bush I'm less happy with. It's kind of just a cluster of leaves on. I mean, you can. I think you know what, the bush is fine. I think the thing is, I need to change the material that it's like the foliage. It's a bit big for it. I should make rocks. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to make rocks. Rocks are boring. That I hate looking at that now. I mean, at least this texture is kind of harder to spot. Hmm. I'm just gonna make a quick shot here, just to get a look at things. Let's get rid of you. And right. Okay. Why? That is not. Excuse me. There we go. No, this needs to be ancient tiles. What? Why? I don't understand how this works. Sometimes sprite tile gets a bit fucky. Yeah, it's not putting anything down. Why? The fuck? Don't make that 16 again. Like it should be. What? What changed there? I didn't even see that. I don't need to rename it. Hang on. Okay, why can I not get this to... It was working for a second and then it just stopped. Okay, what if I get rid of this? Add a new object. And then... No, it just doesn't like that. And I can't say why. Okay, you know what? Forget that. Shading, let's just... Where can I see all my textures? There must be a place for that, right? I've never actually thought to look for that. Well, let's just create a new... This, delete that, because we don't need it, and then delete you. Okay. We're going to try something new here. Okay. So we're on a new... Just want to make a environment. I also want to test something. Okay, that should be good. What? Oh my god, are you serious? Now it's just fucked? Hang on. Spray tile can be a real finicky thing. Okay, now it's working again. Yep, right. Get rid of all of you. Okay. I really wish it wouldn't show that weird overlay and just, like, what the actual tiles look like. Okay, so what I want is... God, that's annoying. Yeah, let's get rid of that for now. I just want to... Okay, it's just there forever. Never mind. So, let's go with kind of a reddish dirt. And as much as I know this is going to take forever... Okay, that didn't do a damn thing. Okay, let's just focus on one square at a time. And I was about to say I'm fully aware that there's a more efficient way to do this, but I'm not actually sure if there is. So, because I'm not sure if sprite tile was really meant to be used in this capacity. So, like, it was, I think it was more meant for small scale things. You know, like just making little blocky stuff, but then I'm using it for entire terrain. So, you know, that might be on me. I should move my mic back. It's probably been very loud for a while because it's been in a weird position. Okay, now the painful part of doing that all over again. But this time, Let's make a path. Just a little forest path. So let's say something like that. Maybe with a crossroads. So hang on, let's do this. Then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's go with about 5 in width. Good. That texture for the ground looks like beans, doesn't it? I just realized that. And now I hate it. And I'm sure this seems kind of excessive and nonsensical, but trust you'll see what I'm doing late in a moment. And also how it looks like crap there. Well, that's what all of this shit is for. Why are you like that? Satan. Is that right? Why? No, I guess it is transparent. It just looked... Oh, right, because I'm an idiot. I need to... This is not going to exist. Because it will actually be... Can't I... do... Okay, that didn't exactly go as planned. I really... Okay, yeah, that's somehow worse. There. Okay, now back to this. Nope, that's wrong. I need you. Okay. I haven't said anything in a while, have I? I've kind of just been looking at this and not thinking. Oops. All right. This path kind of thins out quite a bit, but that's fine. I'm not even... I'm going to add like some volumetric fog, so I'm not even sure how much you're going to see that. Okay, I think I got it all. So, as you can see, kind of looks like shit. Also, I did normal map the grass, so it does do that, which is cool. But anyways, that... Now, what the fuck? Why? Okay. There we go. Let's try... Hang on. That make it... I think I need to go one more. There we go. Now you can see the shadow of it. I actually really like how that looks. Doesn't that look awesome? Like not... Oh, hang on. I see that. Right there. Why? Right, because I... Okay, but there is a little... Oh, no. I missed something there, too. That's also wrong. Okay, good. This is actually a good thing that I'm able to see it that way. So that... There we go. Now you back up to... And we've got a functional road. Also, I'm sure you can tell the path is also normal mapped, so it looks very neat. I think the grass is still a bit much, but I was meaning to fix that, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. So now... Let's get a view like that. I want to... I'm trying to think what the best way of doing this is. To make the ground uneven. Wait. There's a... Where is it? Mesh deform? Maybe? Hmm. I'm gonna need to look that up. So I don't think this is the right modifier. What are they using? Displace mod, that's what it was. Displace, where is that? I've probably went over it like 5 times now. Nope. Where's the there it is. To a new texture. I can never outright. I think just noise is good. There we go. So let's tone down the strength a bit. If I could up the scale, that would be great. I don't know how to do that, though, and I'm not going to get too into this, because I'm kind of just... that seems good. Let's turn this down to 0. Okay. Now, we're going to put that exact same one on this. 0, strength 4. And then give that this. Why is it different? I kind of did that assuming that it would be exactly identical. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Well, that's a pain in the ass. How do I fix this? Because I want it to be, you know, like the grass conforms to the... Okay, what if I keep it like that, get rid of you, shrink wrap to cube? Can I make this work? That's intriguing. Oh, hang on. That doesn't look... What is that? Why are there... Oh, because they're conform... Okay, I see. Limit... Nope. Nope. Outside surface. Okay. You know what? That's probably as close as I'm gonna get. Also, let's turn this into the sun. Jesus Christ. Why is it so bright? Did I not... No, I got the roughness. Why is it so goddamn bright? Utterly bizarre. Why? That's That's like 10 times brighter than it usually is. Okay, but now, the thing I wanted to do. Let's bring in trees. I kind of thought that the trees were a bit smaller than that, or the ground terrain was bigger. Well, guess I was completely wrong. I can still work with this. How high is that camera? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Because I want it to be at about. I'm using these as like the little cells as basically feet. So I want to make sure it's at about person's face height. Okay, let's make another one of this. This looks like it would be a good tree with like the big roots to be right here. It's not even in. All right, whatever. Sometimes you gotta have stuff outside just to get the right lighting or something like that. Let's do that. And then I definitely need more, another one like over here. Now I've used that tree a couple times now. Let's use this one. Okay, that's a pretty good forest. Now, that actually looks pretty nice from the top, doesn't it? I like that. Okay. This needs to be toned down to like that, I think. Alright, that's looking good. I'll show you guys the render of it after I get it kind of the way I want it to look. Ooh, wow, that's actually not terrible looking. Okay, a problem I've noticed. Because the light's coming from there, it's not getting caught in any of the trees that don't exist over here. So I just need to put a couple like that so that they, you know, there is something over there. Okay. It's not looking bad. What if I crank this up? And by crank it up, I mean increase it very slowly. Let's make it at night. Why not? Let's see, like that, and then light should be more blue. And also lower. Now the problem is the distance. The fog isn't quite as distant as I was hoping it would be. Actually, if anything, it's too distant. Now it's too much. Let's try 70. Let me just do this. Brighter. Okay, so I'm liking this. The thing I'm really not liking, though... Wait a minute. Ooh. I just realized something. These are modifiers. No, this one. They're modifiers, which means I can expand this without it actually having any effect on anything. Because, yeah, as you can see, it's all flat here now because it's just a, I said it's just a modifier. Okay, how far back do I have to go before it's not visible anymore? I think further. Actually, it is a crossroad, so if I can have it, like, splitting off and going in opposite directions, that would be better. These trees are in the way. It needs to at least go that far for sure. Get rid of this. God, wait, no, not that. That. I might be able to get away with that. Nope. You. I don't want to take too long on this because I do want it to be finished by the time the stream's done. You know, it's sort of like as long as I can get the paths to curl outside the range of view, I can then kind of fill in the blanks with trees. Okay. Now you need to make sure that it's on the right level. Also, let's hide the beans, just so that it doesn't get in the way. Why is that modifier still visible? Weird. You know, I just realized how awkward the silence probably is, because I kind of forgot that you guys don't have the, you can't hear the music I'm hearing. So, it's a bit weird. But nothing I can do about that. I think it's all probably copyrighted. Well, I know it's copyrighted, so YouTube would get on my ass if I played it. I realize that's kind of really widens out there, but I don't think you're even going to see that. I'm going to try to put trees like right along that border so that it really kind of blocks it out. No, why am I selecting that? Go to grass. There we go. I'll admit this is time consuming, but it's... I think it would be... I'm getting a better result than if I didn't do this. It's going to be annoying when I have to make all these environments for, like, animation, though. There we go. It's not really is looking as smooth as it should. Oh, there, because I didn't smooth shade it, idiot. Okay, now I'm trying. Now, one thing I really want to figure out how to do, like, how many. There should be enough gaps. Maybe not. Maybe it's too dense up there. But I am seeing a little bit of it. Like, I really want to get good God rays going. Okay. That's a real problem. So I need to fill this out with more trees. Now, what I kind of want them to do is cover up the horizon so that you can't see the grass, and maybe it will be easier to hide the fact that it only goes back like 100, not even that, like 48 meter, about 50 feet. Yes, something like that, so that it's you can't really see anything past that point. What tree did I just use? Tree 1. I want to use more tree 2. No, tree 3 is what I need. I feel like I've been... Oh, I haven't used tree 3 at all. I've used it exactly one time. That's gonna need to be rectified. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in the subject. This is, something I made before. Where is it? I forgot the bushes. That's what I could use. Okay, hang on. There we go. Got a little pixelated fairy. Okay, this is... goddamn. Okay, the thing is the fog is really thick. So I'm gonna need to thin it out a bit. But of course, then that means it's a little bit harder to get away with things vanishing into the distance. But this fairy is not nearly bright enough. Let's make it 100. 500. There we go. I really want to be, like, lighting up the whole area. think it was better further back. It's not illuminating that tree behind it as much. Yeah, it doesn't really do it there either. Mm, I think right about there. So many ads. Okay. Now let's bring in the bushes to just kind of round things out. No, get out of the fairies thing. Okay, so this I'm going to basically use to cut off the background. That's intriguing. I don't think that's supposed to be happening. Interesting. Need one more tree back here to kind of fill up this gap. Hmm. It's better. I can still see the gap. Damn it. I don't really want to add more ground. It's a bit of a hassle. Let's get rid of the fog so it's easier to see for sure. Shit. There. Gotta turn that off. You can't even see that one. Let's kind of wrap this one behind this tree. Good. One more back here. I need another tree to block off some of this light. More light. I mean, I get that there wouldn't be, you know, there would be light coming through there because there's a gap over the path. But, you know, still. Why? Wait, why is it doing that? I don't think it did that before when I rotated that. I don't understand. Not gonna worry about it. Okay, let's bring some of these bushes into the foreground. Oh, I think I needed trees in those two gaps. And that one. That's a very noticeable gap. Right there. Nope. Further back, though. This one needs to go back a bit. And I think I need one in front of this tree. Just enough that you got a little hint of stuff in the foreground. Like right about there. Ooh. That looks really good. Okay, I just want to test something first. And how horrible this looks. Doesn't look as bad as I was expecting, but not quite. What if I just have it at 1? Ooh, that's it. That's the one. Okay. It's still too clear back there. Wonder if I can just take some bushes and stack them up really far away, kind of fill out. To go back. Like, I kind of don't want you to be able to see the background color. I mean, seeing it a little bit is probably fine, right? And I'm just going to bring the fairy a little bit forward. It's a little bit small in the render. Nope, not that. Like, I still want it to kind of light up the trees behind it. God, it's hard to find where I am in this. That is irking me. There. Ooh, I see one problem. Right here, that amount of light that's coming through makes it kind of obvious that the forest just ends right in front of the camera, doesn't it? I need it to go. How do I get in your line of your light line? Why is this not? Why are you not covering this? There we go. There. There's a tree in the sky, but don't worry. No, that's still too bright. That's worse. Why are you worse? There we go. That should be perfect. I still want to figure out if I can get better God rays coming through here. Yeah, now it's no, hang on. I fucked it up. I need to get rid of this. That little bit of light kind of it did actually add to it. Because you can see little bits of bright spots every now and then. Okay, I'm just going to switch windows to, I'm assuming this. There we go. How does that actually look on stream? Not bad. Okay, so as you can see, it's a very low quality. Like it's 480 by 360. That is intentional because I'm trying to get like that. Okay, here's basically what I was thinking. This is going to be a real pain in the ass to do because it means a lot of render layers, I think. Yeah, it will. It will take a lot of that. So what I'm kind of thinking here is making, in my low poly animation style, make it low resolution too and kind of have that, like, having it kind of blurry like this. I was thinking that would be kind of cool because that would give it the look of sort of like that Resident Evil 1 pre-rendered background look. And then the fairy here, I'm just going to pause it for a second. What I'm thinking is when I'm animating the characters, I will turn down the filter size. Okay, that's not a very good example because the hang on. I mean, you know, it's the problem of you're going to get this when things are far away, but have things like this where it's really clean and not I don't know what you aliased. Yeah, aliased. So it's like very smooth and clean lines. To differentiate it from the background because it's all right, but it can't. I don't like the background. It looks kind of crappy like that. So I'm thinking if I could have, listen, the characters really crisp, and then the background, the previous more blurry look to it. I think that would be a very cool effect. And then I just need to upscale it to 1080p or something so that it doesn't get, you know, ruined by YouTube. Like I'm not going to upload this as a 480p video when I make whatever I'm going to make with it. I want it to be scaled up so that you can see the pixels. But that actually looks pretty damn good. Like light-wise, I still would prefer more God rays. That would be really nice. Um, yeah. So I think putting this at 1, it's like 150 was what it was before. It was a little bit too blurry, but this is like pretty crisp, but also still looks like kind of that JPEG look that they would have had for that. Also, I'm kind of impressed by it. It's like this forest looks pretty damn good for 3 trees and 1 bush that I've just replaced, repeated everywhere. I'm gonna get better bushes though, because they're a little bit they don't quite. It doesn't work that they're the exact same texture as the trees, because then it kind of all just blends together. But I like that. I actually like that quite a bit. Let me just test something real quick. And then I'm going to end the stream. So I need a plane. Scale the absolute hell out of it. Put it behind. I need trees to be... Okay, that's pretty good, because then there's trees in front of this. And then switch that to a holdout texture. And okay, see, so now I've still got the blurred, like the faded lines. But that is the thing that's going to be the biggest pain in the ass, though, is I'm going to have to basically render the character out. How am I going to... God, see, that's the thing, is how do I do this? That I'm going to be rendering the character model in a completely different way to how the environment is being rendered. Like, I am going to have to do layers like this. Like, if this fairy flies behind that tree, I am going to have to do a pass with that. Why am I pointing at the screen like you can see my hand? You can't even see... Hang on. I'm an idiot. Okay, this. So, like, as you can see, mouse show up. It's still got the aliasing around it. So what I'm kind of like what I was saying before is like the problem is it like listen, so if this fairy flies through here, it's gonna need to like go down in front of here and then pass behind that tree, which means I will need this holdout texture to have a transparent background for it to fly behind. I'm gonna make a very quick animation sort of with this environment, I think. Like, I think what I'll do, not on stream here. No, 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 no. Oh my god. I almost deleted a window on OBS. Okay, let's just delete this. So what I think I'm gonna do is just have the fairy, like this set, this shot, and then just have the fairy like appear somewhere in the background, maybe just have like a very dim glow off in the back. Fairy flies through here behind a tree, comes up to the forward, like maybe right in front of the camera so you get a good view of it. And then maybe it will go back off behind one of these trees. Just as a test so I can have multiple layers of things that it has to go in front of and figure out how I'm going to do that. So I think... How would I... Oh my god, okay. This is definitely one of those things where it's like it's not that difficult, but wrapping your head around the way you're gonna do it is gonna be a little bit of a challenge. So I might do that this weekend. Because I was also trying to think of like how do I upscale this, because there is a way to do it in compositing in Blender, but it really doesn't work. Like it's weird and it's hard to get it to be the exact resolution you want. So what I'm gonna do, and this is really dumb, is I'm gonna render this out uh, in its low resolution as it is, bring it into do like the image sequence thing, bring that image sequence into a sprite because it's got an animation feature, and then upscale that because it's got a much better upscaling method, and then export that so that they're now all whatever 1080p's version of 4:3 is. 1440 by 1080p, I think. I think that's the resolution. And then put that into HitFilm and edit it. I think that's the way I'm going to have to do it. I'm very curious to see how that works out. You know another thing I'm thinking here? It actually would be kind of cool to have, because, there's something to be said for moving backgrounds. Like, but there's also something I like about the idea of having still backgrounds. Like, that's how anime does it. All of their backgrounds are still images. Because, otherwise you have to have... I mean, they're scrolling sometimes, but you don't have, like, 3D environments, and when they do, they're hand-drawn, because that's the only way you can do it, short of a 3D render. So, I'm thinking, if I could do this idea I have of all of it is... I keep pointing at the screen like you can see my hands. If I can have every single shot in this animation project be a still, that would really add to the feeling that, like, the background is pre-rendered, and like I said, that kind of old Resident Evil, we don't actually have the memory to have a 3D environment here, so we have to use a 2D one, or like a high quality render that we've converted into a JPEG, put in the background, and then, added the characters into. I really want to try that. I think that will be really cool looking. But that's something I'm going to do, in my own time. So, we've made it all the way through. Yay. I can't believe I survived. I'm shockingly not tired for having gotten 4 hours of sleep. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you for everyone for watching. Thank you to Jyrune, I guess, 133 in the comments or chat for talking. I always do like having someone to talk to in these things, because it's kind of awkward to just be talking to myself and not having anything too exciting distracting me. So it just feels a bit weird. So it's always nice having someone participate. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please press all the buttons and follow me in all the places. And actually, more importantly, please follow me on my main account. The Inkwell, I think it's called. I've completely forgotten. I haven't done anything off for so long. Like, I will be making this animation of just like the little fairy test, and it will be going up there. So if you want to see some of my animation, check that out. So yeah, thanks for, if you enjoyed, press all the buttons and follow me in all the places, and I hope to see you next time. That's how I end things. Yeah, hope to see you next time. But until then, good night. Bye. Bye.